Stein, and you're watching Hollywood Sports.
Action. What's good? What's good? What's good out there, everybody? What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Hollywood Sports. What's good, everybody? What's going on out there, man? Well, you know, this is Madden 23 season, guys. But I'm not really here to talk about Madden 23. It kind of involves Madden 23. But the topic of this conversation is rehashing old features, okay? Rehashing old features. Now, what I want to talk about is I see people making videos on Twitter. People are talking about, oh, why they bring, man, they had that feature in 09, man. They had that feature in 06 or whatever, right? People are complaining because they're bringing features back. Guys, let me tell you something. You can do what you want, but I don't understand this community sometimes, man. People just find stuff to complain about, okay? Remember Madden 06, I think it was. Madden 06 on the 360, right? Next gen, right? Xbox 360, PS3, right? Next gen. Guys, in the PS2 era, we lost a lot of features. They tried to rebuild the game from scratch and didn't put all those features back in the game. That's what happened to the features. It's not like they just took them out. They never really got back to putting them back in. You know, they didn't have enough time. I don't really know how, you know, inside under the engine, inside EA, how it all happened. But they lost all the features in Madden 06 from the Xbox 360 and PS3 era. So when they bringing these features back, you guys are complaining. I don't understand. Yeah, let them sell it as new features. So what? They need to be back in the game. We should be more mature than that. I know y'all don't like this conversation, but I'm tired of hearing people talking about, oh, they bringing back old features. They bringing back old features. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? Let's talk about some old features. What about backtrack rewind from Madden 09? If they brought that back, man, that was a great feature. You know, and if you threw an interception, they would show you what you did wrong and what you should have did on the play. They break the play down. That was a beautiful feature, man. I always wish they would bring that feature back. It was called backtrack rewind. They would rewind it back and would kind of teach you about their formations. They would say, okay, you had a formation matched up. You had a certain formation matched up, an out formation matched up against a 3-4 or cover 3 or cover 4 man coverage, and they would break it down and say, this is what you tried to run, this is what you tried to run against, and the percentages of what you tried here. They gave you the percentages of the play being successful. I mean, they actually broke the plays down, guys, and it was beautiful. Okay, what about training camp and Madden 09? Would y'all like that one back? Now, if they brought that back, would you guys be like, oh man, they bringing back training camp? That was in Madden 09. Oh, and I guarantee a lot of you guys will love training camp back in the game, right? But some of you guys would be like, oh man, they selling it as new features. Oh, they bringing it back. It's an old feature. It's not new. Who cares? It needs to be in the game. You guys sound like kids sometimes. Oh, that was in 09. Oh, that was in 06. They're trying to sell it like it was new. Nobody cares if it was selling like it's new. It need to be back in the game. That's all that counts. If you want something to complain about, man, just because it was in the old and they selling as new, is that something to complain about? Or is that something y'all trying to find negative about EA and Madden? It doesn't matter, guys. If they selling it new, so what? It needs to be back in the game. Okay? What about another feature? What about the vision cone for the quarterbacks? What if they brought that back? What would you guys do then? That's something that was a great feature based on the quarterback's arm strength and ratings, how big that cone was. Right? I think that's a great feature to bring back. But then again, people are going to say, oh man, the vision cone ain't new. They're just bringing it back. Yeah, the vision cone was in 06. It doesn't matter if they selling it that's new, guys. They got to announce that they got it in the game. How else they going to let people know if it's in the game if they don't mention it? Will y'all explain that to me? The people that's complaining about them bringing old features back, if they don't How are they gonna sell it if they don't talk about it? So they have to say it's new, guys, or maybe they should say we're bringing back an old feature that everybody loved. Maybe they should say that, but it doesn't matter. It needs to be in the game. What about create a team? Now, I know a lot of people would love to have a creator team, right? Create a stadium. If they brought back create a team, what would people say? Oh man, that's an old feature. Oh man, that's not new. It doesn't matter. It needs to be back in the game. I would love to create a team, because in Madden, you can't play with historic teams unless you play Ultimate Team. Well, you can't play with historic teams. You can play with historic legend players, but you can't create a legend team. They don't have that. In 2K, you can play all the legend teams, pretty much. You can play with the 82 Boston Celtics, the old Philadelphia 76ers and stuff like that. They got Wilt Chamberlain in the game. All those old teams you can play with, guys. But in Madden, they don't have that. So it'd be great if we had a creative team. But if they brought creative team back, some people would be happy. But then people would be like, oh man, why they bring that back? That's not a new feature. But how are they supposed to announce it, guys? They got to say something about it. It's with the new game that's coming out. Who cares if it's new or old? It needs to be back in the game, guys. And they lost all those features in Madden 06. And they just bringing them back. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with it. So stop complaining. I know people don't like this, man. I don't care. I don't care. Sometimes this community, man, they just find something to complain about. And especially the people that don't like Madden. Stay away from Madden. Stop talking about Madden. Stop doing videos about Madden. I didn't mean this to turn into a rant, but guys, I'm just emotional, man. And I don't want it to be a rant, but it doesn't make sense. People keep telling me, oh, that was an old feature. Oh, that was an old feature. But they keep talking about Madden. They don't like Madden, and they keep playing Madden. I don't get it, man. They're obviously, in Madden 23, they're obviously trying to improve the gameplay. The gameplay is not perfect. It's not excellent. It's not it's not A+, but it's better. It's a better game. It's an enjoyable game so far for me playing the beta. Come on, guys. They're trying to improve this game. For once, they worked on the gameplay. For once, they worked on the gameplay. And all the stuff we've been complaining about, they made an attempt to try to fix them, guys. But people want to focus on, oh, they want to bring back tackle battles. Tackle battles. That's all y'all can talk about is tackle battles after all the work they put into the game. I know y'all think I'm defending EA. I'm just, the things that people say is what I don't like. Now you can say it all you want. You can be mad. I don't care. You guys need to grow up, man. Tackle battles, there's nothing wrong with that. You try to break the tackle. You guys always want user control, but when they bring it back, all you can say is it's an old feature. Who cares? It's a good feature. Put it in the game. Come on, y'all. Come on, man. We got to grow up in here, man. If you don't like Madden, stay away from Madden. Stop talking about Madden. You know, I don't blame you guys for not liking Madden. I don't like Madden. I didn't like Madden 22. You know, I enjoyed the game. I enjoyed the competition, but there's so much I hated about the game. Now we got a fresh game they're trying to make some attempts, and all people can say, oh, that's an old feature. Y'all do that every single year in Madden, talking about something that's old they brought back. Who cares, man? Who cares? I'm just saying, guys, who cares? That's just so petty. It's just a petty thing to talk about. All right, guys, I hope you guys understand what I was saying. I'm Hollywood Sports. If you're new to the channel, guys, hit that subscribe button. You don't want to miss this stuff going on around here. We're going to have a great Madden season, hopefully, if they don't ruin this thing. I'm Hollywood Sports. See you guys on my next video.